How's it going, guys? Welcome to TheBlueShifting, and welcome to just fun in the sun. Actually, fun in the rain and storm and death and pain. Yeah, so we're here with the fun people in the cabin and trying not to starve to death. And we have meat on hand after my favorite character went outside, never came back. But maybe did, because they've been talking about hearing her voice around the place and seeing things, and what was it, like Raspberry was telling me, like, it was Raspberry or Red who told me to not let Anatoly leave because they don't want another around. Part of me wants to go talk to the Chumpets, but the other part of me kind of wants to check out the basement, and I'm really torn on which way to go. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and chat with Anatoly. I think that's what I've decided to do. It's really I'm very torn between the two. But I think I want to talk to Anatoly. I have a feeling no matter what I do, he's going. And yeah, there's not much I can do to stop it. So yeah. Let's have fun. Alright, let's see what happens next. Come with me, Anatoly. That's not creepy at all. Anatoly looks pale. Thanks for coming over. Anatoly seems comforted by your presence. It's got a lock on it, and we talked about how the meat was secure. I'm guessing in the basement. Gregor told me he heard Mariah. I'm sure Karen isn't being honest with me. Have you checked out the basement door closely? Every so often, I can see her peeking out through at me through the holes. I really don't want to throw drown outside, but at least I won't have to have her tormenting me anymore. You know what's in the basement, don't you? I mean, I have a guess. Of course you do. How else would you keep us fit? Anatoly looks like he's going to puke. Please get away from me. Anatoly leaves your vicinity. Looks like Anatoly will remember that. You call everyone together for a meeting. Karen, a little too gung-ho about this whole situation. Gregor at least seems regretful, but determined. Anatoly, you okay, little guy? Anatoly looks pale, like he's gonna pass out. Anatoly, have you made a decision? Yes. I'll help you all out. I promise. Thank you, Anatoly. Big tears roll down Gregor's cheeks. I'll miss you, big guy. I'll miss you, little guy. Thank you, Anatoly. I know this wasn't easy, but it's for the best. Karen. Yes? Gregor looks at you expectantly. Did you want to say anything, Anatoly? You say nothing. Goodbye, Anatoly. Goodbye, everyone. Good luck, little guy. Anatoly's left the cabin. See you soon, little guy. I guess all we can do now is wait. Good night. Karen goes to the bedroom to sleep. I didn't tell him the truth. Gregor's getting choked up. I didn't tell him. Missing him already. Aww. Gregor curls up on the couch for the night, turning his back to you. Time for the work to be done. You shut your eyes, quickly falling asleep. You hear a scraping from the floor. Found you. You explain how this isn't a good time right now. This is no laughing matter. I'm worried about Gregor. He's as tall as a tree, but as dumb as a brick. What's the root of that? Another cornbread classic. You're being very unpopular right now. That's a tree reference. Get it? What's with all the tree references? Anyway, you need to protect Gregor from the red-haired woman. Cabbage called an emergency trumpet meeting and told me to give you this mission. Watch out for the knife and protect Gregor at all costs. Understood? I feel like I have no control in this situation. You're fooling nobody with that act. You've never had hearing loss. Let's go with a non-verbal answer, all right? Protect Gregor at all costs. You're feeling upset. Okay, sure. You nod. It's the least you can do, right? You tell Bread the pun didn't make sense. On a roll today. See you around. Bread hops away, squeezing himself through the mouse hole with a small pup. You fall asleep thinking about what Bread told you. You have a strange dream. It's lying on the table in front of you. You take off the glasses first, practically cracked, and set them down next to the workbench. I don't know what, my brain just like fizzled there for a second. Working the saw, you wrap the cuts in old newspaper. Some of it gets soggy immediately, so you begin drying the cuts with towel before wrapping. Much better. You hear something approaching, so you clench your fist and get ready to strike whatever's coming for you. You wake in a cold sweat. Oh boy. Oh boy, boy. That whispering again. You wake in a completely different place. Did you sleepwalk, or you found some meat? Yeah, no, we are, I think, if I were to guess, and we're not some kind of demon, I think what we do is we black out at night, do what we have to do, and try and like bury it in our subconscious. We know, but we don't want to know. Everybody's still asleep. This would be a nice surprise after yesterday's events. You decide to cook breakfast for everyone, cutting each slice fairly thin. You brown each side in the oven. The smell is unique. Karen runs into the kitchen. What is that smell? Give it to me! Now! You don't argue. Karen grabs a cutlet, burning her hands before bringing it to her mouth. Ah! She hungrily devours it, barely chewing. She grabs another cutlet off the plate and eats it. You thought she was concerned with rationing. Gregor wakes up from the couch and heads into the kitchen. Oh God. Already? Gregor looks conflicted, but he succumbs to the hunger. They always do. Gregor eats his food in a few bites, carefully grabbing a second cutlet. The tears start streaming down his face, but he doesn't make a sound. You join them in the meal, quickly consuming the meat on the table. I can think straight again. We'll be out of here in no time. No need to ration anything now. Karen is sounding more determined than before. She's got a point, though. We don't have the means to keep the meat. We might as well cook it all now and just eat it. I'm gonna lie down on the couch, try to keep this food down. Gregor crawls onto the couch, turning his back to you. Karen leans in to whisper, I'm glad Mariah and Anatoly are gone. They were stopping us from bonding properly. Oh, dear Lord. How did you get so good at it? You tell Karen. After one bite, it just made me feel whole again. Even with the nightmares, it's worth it. It took a few nights, but I fought back. And now it's all I can think about. I read a book on necropsy. The text is ancient, but the diagrams are beautifully drawn. Very descriptive. How many years did you take to did it take you to perfect your craft? You tell her. Yeah, right. I used to tell Mariah that you weren't funny, but that's not true. Sorry about that. You've grown on me. Karen pauses, deep in thought. You know, Gregor can't swim, right? He'll be the next to leave, but he doesn't stand a chance outside. They always seem to come back, right? In one way or another. Why wait for him to come back? Karen hands you a vial of liquid. I think you know what needs to be done. This is a strong anesthetic. Don't ask me how I found it. I want you to slip this into Gregor's mug tonight. This is for the best. He won't feel any pain until he wakes up. All you have to do is stand back and let me work on him. The request is beyond extreme. I don't want to be associated with this. Will you do this for me? Why don't you do it? I need to psych myself up for what's next. This is my first time, and I want it to be perfect. I don't want to. The right decision? Fine. Save that for a rainy day. I have everything set up by the couch. You don't have to watch. The restraint should be easy to apply myself. Gregor's strength is a farce. Gregor? Hi. Oh gosh, is she just going for it right now? Hey Karen, what are you doing? Untie me! Oh my god! This'll be over soon, Gregor. Ah! Stop! Stop! Gregor has turned silent. You leave her alone, going into the bedroom and crawling into the bed until he slept in. You fall asleep almost instantly. Now today she comes for B. Wake up, sleepyhead. Oh, that sound. Why is this even worse? And there's something in this doorway. Why is she in the bed with us? Why? It's all. I was expecting her standing over us with a knife. That would have been more comforting. You were having a nightmare. Thanks for letting me practice last night. I think I did a great job. I made us some breakfast this morning to celebrate. Breakfast? With what? That's a surprise. Gregor already finished his. Took a few hours, but he caved. Come on, let me show you. You get out of bed and head to the living room. Oh my gosh! No! Holy crap, that's even worse! And then she made him eat it? What the fetch is this? Why? He's a little weak from blood loss, but don't worry. Bandaged him up like a field medic. My. What is it, Gregor? Where am I? Good. You're stupid. Maybe if you spent as much time reading books as chopping wood, you would have noticed the pages I was bookmarking in the necropsy book. What are you talking about? Do I have to spell it out for you? You can't swim. How are you supposed to help us out when you immediately drown? Sneak like a dog. What? I put some of your limbs away for safekeeping. That leg was pretty tasty, huh? Gregor goes pale. How's that for a big breakfast? And don't try crawl away. If you leave this couch, I'll end you. I don't want any of it to go bad, so we'll have to eat the fresh arm while everything else is gone. Speaking of which, going to start cooking another chunk. I'll leave you two alone to chat. This has gone too far. Oh! you think? Hey. All I wanted to do was keep everyone alive and together, but I failed at that. Are you disappointed in me? No. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Growing up, no one had to tell me to be big and strong. I just happened naturally. My mother always made sure I never went hungry. Seconds, thirds, fourths. And yet I complained my belly was not full. One day on my way home from school, I was walking by the town inn and smelled something amazing coming right out of a pile of trash. I dug through it and discovered a bag. They threw away the meat like it was fresh out of the oven for some reason. At least that's what I thought. I became ill with food poisoning, hugged the toilet, and cried for hours. My mother rubbed my back and eventually carried me to bed. I learned nothing from that experience. Like everywhere else, I was just here for the food. I'll never get this foul taste out of my mouth. She's going to keep eating me. I'm sorry. Getting too lightheaded to hold a good conversation. She's going to torture me again. You know that, right? You nod. Gregor grows a little more pale. Can you cover me with a blanket? I've never been this cold. The kid's cabin chills me to the bones, or what's left of them. Please, consider it my dying wish. Consider your dying wish granted. Thank you. Much warmer now. Watch out for that knife, okay? Gregor begins to look at Peace. You watch the last of Gregor's air escape his lungs. What the hell do you think you're doing? You yell at Karen that Gregor gave up. We could have kept him alive for another week. What's wrong with you? God, no matter. Plenty of food left now. Karen leaves you alone. You head to the kitchen to try and find the other remains. Gregor. You look at the pile of dishes and your mind starts to wander.
Hello!
Let's play hide and seek! Hooray! Oh, except it's not. It's like reversed music. There's 5 of us to find.
Yes,
Can you find all of us? The red-haired woman should know where the basement key is. And I bet one of us is hiding down there. She's whittling something on the rocking chair right now. So watch out for that knife. Probably best to avoid the knife. Wait, isn't that your knife? Why did you let her have it? You shrug. As the leader of the Chompets, it's important you find us all. So please don't forget any of us.
Yeah.
Good luck. Cabbage rolls away and tries to hide. Why would Cabbage want to play hide and seek right now? You have been neglecting the Chompets lately. Can't hurt to play along with them, right? You go talk to Karen in the living room. Looks like Karen's just slicing away at a block of wood. Gregor's remains have been stored for safekeeping. Scrubbed all the blood off the couch to give you the trouble. Can I help you? Have you seen the basement key anywhere? Wasn't it in the kitchen? You can't remember. I haven't seen the key. Maybe one of the Chompets can help you find it in the kitchen? You decide to go look for it. God, our footsteps sound really loud. Thankfully, there's not too many places for Cabbage to hide. Where do you want to check first? Behind the woodpile. There's nothing but cobwebs. Thankfully, no spiders. Actually, there's more behind the woodpile. Quite a few rat droppings. So there's a good collection of cobwebs and rat droppings now. Dust is pretty thick back here, too. Cobwebs, rat droppings, and dust. That should be really cleaned. The cauldron. You hear some rustling around. Found her! She always picks the same hiding spot.
Whee!
Ah, you
Cabbage!
found me! Well done. As leader of the Chompets, getting through mouse holes is a chore. Can't find any Chompets to push me
Cabbage.
through. So I guess you'll have to help me out. Cabbage has joined the party. 4 Chompets to go. What's next, Cabbage? Glad you asked. Keep it up and you'll be a member of the Chompets in no time. You asked Cabbage about the basement key. Did you forget again? It's right in the nasty oven. There's nothing but a big pile of ashes in the oven. Oh, you found the basement key.
Yeah!
There it is. That's to the room where we found Potato. Check behind the cauldron for the other one. You got the basement entrance key. Why do we have 2 keys for the basement? Let's go find Onion. He's hiding in the bedroom. She's making hide and seek far too easy. Chompets! Find onion. Cabbage rolls down the hallway. Can't hurt to find onion, right? Guess we're going to the bedroom. There's like a bone in the floor. Found him. Don't be a crybaby. It's just me.
Onion.
Onion. Today,
Onion.
I'm sweet as a sugar cane.
Boy.
Honest. Wow, your breath stinks. Drenched head to toe in sweat, too. Could smell you coming a mile away.
Onion.
Gross. Were you scared of the red-haired woman or something? You tell Onion the truth. Wow. Sounds like I missed some messed up stuff. You get a pass. Sorry to hear about Mariah, Anatoly, and Gregor. But yikes. That's 3 people gone in less than 1 month. Not as bad as 5 people in one night, though. Right? Oh, dear. Are the Chompets, like, specters of a former event? Maybe one that I spearheaded? Ooh.
Onion.
I would probably lose my lunch if I had to see that again. Anyways, didn't mean to be rude. I got you back. Onion has joined the party.
Hello.
Glad to have you join us, Onion.
Boy.
No problem. There's nothing else to do today. That's not true. I heard Bread making noises in the living room. You know how loud he can get.
Cabbage.
For Bread, the one and only Chompets. Let's move out. Your party's quickly expanding. 3 Chompets left. You're getting a terrible headache, and your face is feeling numb, and your legs aren't moving. Oh no. Oh well. You do some timed breathing exercises for a few minutes. That seemed to help. You suddenly feel a second wind coming on. Time to get that bread. You probably strut up to the living room, happily to be alive. For now. Why do I get the feeling we're about to be ousted as like the monster here, and Karen's just gonna take our place? Bread. Speaking of Karen, where's Karen? Bread has come out of the mouse hole. He's taking his sweet time. About me. Everyone's secret favorite Chompet? Bread. Don't you loaf me? My cousin Cornbread taught me that one. He has hundreds, no, thousands of terrible puns. He's my role model. So, what do you need? You tell Bread about gathering the Chompets together. That's a pretty crummy idea. Remember what happened last time? With Potato? I mean, we all chose to be in that drawer, but this, you're going against the whole grain here. Do you really think we want to go back downstairs?
Cabbage.
Bread, we need your help finding Potato.
Onion.
Miss you, big guy. Come here. I would never let the Chompets down. No need to pass my culinary quiz. I'm coming with you. Bread has joined the party. Maybe this is going to be revenge. Maybe we were the monster originally that started the crave and the hunger, and we now start luring people out, people out, and slowly descend into the madness again. Maybe it's the only thing keeping us grounded anymore. But Karen's now turning into a monster, and she might take us out, and the Chompets might be luring me into a trap because they want me to go out because they want revenge on what I did previously, whatever I did. Glad to have you on board, Fred! Of course. Wait. Are you drilling? All 3 Chompets are staring at you. Are you thinking of eating us? You accidentally lick your lips.
Cabbage!
Snap out of it! That was weird. You already ate! We're no good for that! You glutton. Did they pass out? Holy cow, get them up! So heavy! This is going great! This is going wonderfully. You stumble to your feet. Let's go find Raspberry and never speak of this again. I think I heard her voice at the basement door. Perfect! Chompets! Nosy up! You have 3 Chompets in your party. 2 more to go. Your head feels like it's going to crack open. Your hands have gone completely numb. I think she's spiked us with the narcotic, the anesthetic. This one is lasting longer than the others. You're focused on wiggling your toes for a minute. You didn't pass out cold on the floor. Hooray! 2 more to go. You gotta check out the basement door. Where is she? You feel a chill run up your spine. Goosebumps are all over your body. She's here. The birds outside turn silent. You could hear a pin drop. You can almost hear her breathing. You feel the sudden urge to scream. You can't sneak up on me. Don't ever try that again.
Hi.
Surprise, found you, Raspberry.
Raspberry.
Oh, wow, it's very nice to meet you, Cabbage. We wouldn't leave you behind, Raspberry.
Boy.
Honest, we need your help finding Potato. Our combined Chompet detective skills say he's in the basement. Oh, yeah? Let's find Potato and get out of here. Raspberry has joined the party. Raspberry also seems to be more in the know than anybody else. 1 more to go. Don't worry, the Raspberry's already been unlocked. Oh, crap, the red-haired woman's coming over here. Chompets! Let's hide up! All 4 Chompets quickly escape. You pretend to be studying the basement door. You hear Karen creeping up behind you. Found you. We're gonna die. We're dead. We're dead. You can see the knife out of the corner of Karen's dress. I don't know if I can wait any longer. Show me where you're keep hiding the meat. Let's tear them apart piece by piece. Just like Gregor. Karen looks like she's ready to bury the knife into you. What do you do? So that's why it's locked. Open it. I have to see the room. You unlock the basement door. Thank you. I'll bring some cutlets and we'll have a great dinner. Okay. See you soon. Karen descends the staircase into darkness. You locked the basement door. Oh no. Did you? Did you just lock the door? You block out the screams of rage and bargaining. Rage and bargaining. Given enough time, they will end. You crawl into bed and go to sleep. Oh boy. You slept in today. The pounding has completely stopped. You really need to go to the bathroom. You decide to open your eyes. We're already in the bathroom. Oh. Oh no, wait a minute. Wait, how do I... Okay, I want to make the thing go away, but I can't. Those look like claw marks around the bathtub. Like fingernails. Oh dear. How did I not notice that before? Or did I? I swear I would have noticed that before. Must have walked into the bathroom last night. The glow of the candle is oddly comforting. Well, that was short-lived. The candle blew out. And the door is locked. You find a flashlight in the corner of the bathroom and turn it on. Tutorial, you're in the dark, but you're not alone. Click on the objects around the bathroom to get more information or find hidden clues. If you're stuck, just wait a little bit to see the glint of objects to inspect around the bathroom. Just move around your cursor, search the room. Cool.
Cabbage.
Hi, Cabbage.
Hello.
Hello. Are you locked in the bathroom again? You tell her about the candle being blown out. Maybe you just need to try wiggling it a little. What? You unlocked the bathroom door. That was it? I didn't get to look around. Sometimes the simplest method is the best one. Now, if you excuse me, need to conduct the next secret Chompette meeting. Later. You quickly make your escape. I thought I was gonna be able to look around there more. Well, getting locked in the bathroom is enough excitement for one day. You get under the covers and quickly fall asleep. Why are you speaking in a different language now? Wake up, sleepyhead. Karen. Just your imagination again. Karen can't still be alive, right? Oh, she can. She's down there with some rotten food, but she could probably last down there. Uh-oh. Somebody's at the door. You grip the doorknob tightly, getting ready for what's next. I'm not happy. I'm not happy right now. That can't be the real Gregor. You determined the haunt has officially begun. Some spirits move on immediately, others linger. And some stop at nothing to give you a heart attack, or get you to fall down a flight of stairs, or cause you to wander into an early demise. No way of knowing which one the group will choose. The rain has stopped outside. You decide to go look out the window. Yep, there was somebody behind that tree! The floodwaters are completely gone. Karen would appreciate the good news, but not after locking her in the basement. No good reason to leave the cabin. Plenty of food here now. That's me. You've been so busy you've forgotten to eat. You head to the kitchen for a snack. Karen's hiding spot was too obvious. You take a few bites of meat. You lost more of your humanity. Not fresh enough. Oh well. You decide to crawl back into bed and get a little extra sleep. Day 204,000 to 3,479. You have a strange dream. Okay. I'm gonna do quick math because like 200,000 is crazy, but 3,000, I can't remember the exact number, but I'm gonna try and just do a little napkin math. It was like 3,750 or something. Bye bye 365. 10 years. So the second day was like 10 years. And then the 206,000, I'm gonna round it to like 206,000. That's about 565 years. Wonder if that's relevant. 10 years ago would have been like the 2010s. 500 years ago would have been the 1520s? 1520s. So, new continent hadn't been discovered yet. Not medieval, but definitely like Renaissance-y type of stuff. Interesting. You have a strange dream. The clouds have parted, the rain's gone away. You walk in a cold sweat. So, the rain going away made us nervous? Huh. Is that another trick, or? We're gonna die. Good morning. She's still sticking around. You head to the kitchen to get breakfast. Your food is gone. Uh-oh. That noise was coming from the living room. Anatoly? Nobody's here. Some deep scratches are dug into the wood by the couch. Something is approaching. What's making that noise? Sounded like it was coming from the basement door. You go over to investigate. Don't open the door. The cold wind's blowing through the coal in the door. You get goosebumps all over your arms. Is this, there was something there. You wake in a cold sweat. That's happening a lot. It's raining again. taunting you with dreams of a sunny day. You get out of bed and head to the living room. You can still smell Gregor here. Should you have intervened with Karen? It probably wouldn't have changed the outcome. It also might have led to your death. The couch is still comfortable, even after Gregor's imprint on it. You decide to take a nap, which quickly turns into a sleep. What if we just sleep? What are we, like a hibernating? You must have woken up too early today. The cabin living room is pitch black. You pick up a flashlight nearby, explore the darkness. I see you out there, Anatoly. Oh. You notice a note sticking out from one of the books. I know you've been ignoring... Oh, okay, so I know you've been ignoring my other letters, so I'm begging you, please bring back my daughter safely, or I'll need to get the others involved. I've left payment outside the door, we'll pay any price. Please let her go, we don't have to involve anyone else. Disturbing. You take the mother note with you. You decide to lay back down on the couch to get the rest of your sleep. But there was like something over here. Okay. It really is billing itself as a, like, you have to go through this horror multiple times. Because, you know, torture. Self-torture. You sleptwalked again. You can hear Potato mumbling in the drawer. Hey, Potato. Oh, it's you again. Tell me. In the first week with the red-haired woman and the others, where did you sleep? You think for a minute, but come up with nothing. It's worse than I imagined. If I can be honest, it was truly horrific to witness. Still nothing? You would routinely collapse in the middle of the hallway, sleepwalking into walls or worse, going down into the basement. I can't believe you haven't broken your neck on those stairs yet. You seem to survive almost anything. Do I have that right? Must be that addiction to meat. Or something else. Would you share that secret with me? No. Still have some common sense left, didn't you? Tell me, what was the plan after locking her in the basement? Having her starve to death with 3 corpses already down there? Plenty of rainwater? She'll be much stronger than the last time you saw her. Going downstairs, put an end to this. I don't care if you come back alive. Maybe the red-haired woman will let us all move on. Or will she act like you? You ignore Potato, heading to the basement door. She's definitely not dead. She's definitely not dead. You quickly do the math in your head, determine Karen will be dead in the basement. It's been enough days, right? No, it's not. You open the door and prepared for the worst. Yeah, we're dead. We're dead, we're dead, we're dead. I think we've earned it. It's just a staircase. Nothing to be scared of. You begin your descent.
Above your knees.
Something is approaching. She's gonna ambush us with a knife to the throat. Can you hear me? I've been down here the entire time. It's so good to see you again. There's plenty of bread down here. Why aren't you saying anything? I'll never forgive you for what you did. You put Anatoly through hell. You desecrated my corpse. You gave them that disgusting hunger. All of that is water under the bridge now. Anatoly's down here. Come have some bread with us. They always try things like this. Their anger, concentrated near the grave, leads to tricks and traps. Oh my gosh. So is that implying that she didn't die out there? She died in the basement. Like, we drug her in here and then killed her. You're not falling for this one. Why aren't you listening to me? There's bread down here, loaves of it. Fine. I won't stop you from finding the others down here. One piece of advice? Beware of Karen. She's ill beyond repair. Gregor will try to talk you out of reaching the room. Anatoly will try to talk you into leaving the cabin. And Karen will rip the flesh from your bones. We'll talk again. Thank you for being kind to me. I didn't believe the whispers at first. At first, you feel Mariah leaving the staircase. You go deeper into the abyss. The walls down here, they're dirt and soot. Something is approaching. I'm glad I found you. The rain outside has stopped. Did you hear that knocking? Another trap. Everyone's upstairs and wants to leave. Mariah was worried sick about you. You tell Gregor about speaking with Mariah. Guess I can't lie to you, huh? You just stood there while Karen took my limbs doing nothing. Are you frightened by her? If you won't come upstairs with me, please turn on the light when you reach the room. I want to see the look on your face when that light bulb turns on. Can you do that for me? You nod. Thank you. Thanks for letting me lick the bowls clean. That was enough to keep him at bay. We'll meet again soon. Beware, Karen. You feel Gregor leaving the staircase. You descend deeper into the abyss. Right into hell. The air pressure down here feels greater. You're getting closer to Karen with each step. Something is approaching. I hate the waiting. Oh, thought you'd still be fending off that glutton Gregor right now. You tell Anatoly about meeting with Gregor. Oh, I was going to try and see if you wanted to pick onions with me. You shake your head. Guess there's no fooling you, huh? You survived this long, and now you'll need to fend off Karen. I can't tell if I'd rather have you or her sticking around down here. You ask Anatoly where Karen is. Oh, she's just below us. Waiting to devour you. Karen's been practicing on her butchering again. Maybe she'll start with your arms. Down here, the whispers have told me about you. I can't even believe some of the things you've done. Worse than any war crime. So many whispers about those sorts of things. So many whispers down here. It ends at the bottom. Karen might be alive down here, but you won't be. See you again soon. You feel Anatoly leaving the staircase. You grit your teeth and keep going. Your feet finally hit solid ground in the basement. Something doesn't feel right.
Look behind
You feel along the wall blindly, locating the light switch.
you. Hello!
Hi, Cabbage. You've come so far. Proud of you.
Cabbage!
As
Cabbage!
leader of the Trumpets, I wanted to let you know we have your back.
Cabbage!
No matter what happens down here, just call out to us, and we'll be there.
Boy!
Honest.
Boy!
Wouldn't let you die down here. When you least expect it, we'll roll with you.
Ha ha ha.
You can't sneak up on me. Why are you like Karen?
Raspberry!
Was sneaking up on you? Extremely easy. Are you deaf? Raspberry. That was pretty cruel, even for me. Your ears have so much dirt in them, they could probably grow potatoes.
Ha ha ha.
Well, we'll have to work on these jokes, Potato. Sure. Wait aren't you hiding in the basement room? Circumstances have changed. I wouldn't miss a killing for the world. Just remember, down here,
Cabbage.
you can call on us. We'll help you out in a bind. And if you get lost down here later, please avoid the room where it happened. I can't speak for the others, but I'd like to forget what happened in there. I don't think we'll ever forget that, Potato. But thank you for coming along with us.
Boy.
I wouldn't call it a change of heart, because you never really had one, Potato. You should have run down here, but I'm glad you're here to help. Wish I had a joke here, but what you did was no joking matter. I feel like Potato is us. That's enough. Trumpets!
Yes, hi.
Let's help out. The trumpets get in position behind you, ready for what's next. You feel around the wall blindly and locate the light switch. Took you long enough. Let's end this. Karen readies the knife. You're gonna taste better than the Gregor. Should have kept the door locked. You attack Karen with a lunge. You barely land a soft punch. Karen lunges at you. You start to bleed. Karen's studying you. Should have killed me earlier. No chance of that now. Dodge this. Oh, batch blood running down your side. Karen licks her lips. Looks like Karen's plotting her next attack. Hey, leader of the Chompettes, can't leave you hanging. All of us ready to help you out here. I see you've ignored my warning to watch out for that knife. Please survive this fight. We want to play hide and seek again. Chompettes, help out. Cabbage has filled you with hope. You gained 5 HP. Karen is mumbling to herself. Karen catches her breath. Should have kept the door locked. You attack Karen with a lunge. You barely land a soft punch. Karen lunges at you. You started to bleed. Karen laughs at you. Won't be burying you. What else am I supposed to do here? You try throwing a punch. Karen easily dodges it. Best to watch out for that knife. Karen takes a break to study you. Should have kept the door locked. Okay. Karen slashes at you with her knife. You dodge Karen's knife, feeling the air hit you. You shouldn't be this fast. Karen looks you dead in the eyes. Karen is studying you. Should have killed me earlier. No chance of that now. She's studying me. Dodge. Dodge this. Nope, that didn't work. Hey, it's me! Onion! I'm crying down here, okay? Let me look at those wounds. Blood? Gross! Your eyes begin to water. What did I tell you about crying? You got this, champ. Good luck! I make you feel a little better, but only a little bit. You gain 5 HP. Karen's mumbling to herself, catches her breath. Readies the knife. Gonna taste better than Gregor. Oh, I'm gonna die. Will you fit in the cauldron? Dodge this. Nope, I'm done. Gotta eat those ears first. Karen tackles you to the ground, plunging the knife into you repeatedly. He devours your body on the floor of the basement. Your corpse lasts a week. Is there a way you can survive that? Took you long enough. Let's end this. Okay, so I was doing it again. Okay, this is going a little better. Karen slashes at you. This copper, it's over. Oh! Look at my hand. Oh, fetch me. Oh! Right to the core. I want my knife back. Karen quickly stumbles down the hallway, turning left at the end. You're hobbling after her, but the room is pitch black here. The rot of decay flesh here is nauseating. You can hear the small echoes of Karen's footsteps disappearing below, making the room feel enormous. You can't see their eyes, but you can feel them. You're being watched. The staircase in the center winds downward, spiraling into the abyss. You're getting the lightheaded again. Gravity almost gets the best of you a few times as you work your way to the bottom. Your shoes stick to the floor when you reach the bottom. The smell of mildew and something rotten makes you gag. You can barely make out the outlines of the door frames in each direction. You head east, opening the door. You feel Karen's presence close by. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. Hi. Back together again. Downed and dissected. The Butcher of Hope has returned. Where's Karen? Lost in the abyss. Her rage blinds her. Ravenous. Completely ravenous. She will never be able to move on. Bound to this cabin by you, she will never escape. Those that die in this cabin are bound to different rules. Fleeing west did nothing. Victims will always gravitate to this cabin. Always find a way to you. You wretch. You abomination. You horror. Turn on the light and savor your inhumanity. Turn on the light. Turn on the light. Turn on the light. Reap what you have sown. Mariah. Anatoly. Gregor. Karen. Cooking companions. That's really where it ends, huh? I've got a feeling it's going to have a different ending if I do different stuff. I might do one other playthrough. It depends. I'm going to see if there's a lot of endings. I might try doing one or two more endings just to see if I can get something interesting, like something different. Darren Christ apparently did a lot of work in here. But yeah, so we're some kind of beast that like lures in people and then takes advantage of them and then eats them. But maybe toys with them and gets them to eat each other first. Easter egg. Mycorrhiza. What's a mycorrhiza? Been developed by Dear Dream Studios. Okay, bravo. First time developer. Definitely impactful. Miss Diana. Not much to say. It's just a horror story. It feels like there's a lot more that was going on, but I don't really know what. Like, besides the general idea, like we slowly ate each other. But like, what's the story with the Chompettes? Like who are they? Like they sound like former victims, but they were pretty front and center for people who were just kind of there. I don't know. It's interesting. Like I said, I think there's more to this than meets the eye. There's probably more stuff to unlock and figure out. Maybe we can get a different ending, one that might explain things better, or maybe one where we lose. Maybe that's the proper ending, is one where we lose. I don't really know. If anyone in the comments, like, don't spoil it for me, but like, if there are multiple endings and think it would be good for me to like to look more, I would love to. And you, thank you. I would love to hear that, but I'm probably gonna try and do at least a little bit more. Not done yet, Achievement said. Okay, so yeah, there's more to it. Oh, here we are. You hear talking upstairs. Thieves? You grab your flaying knife and silently go up the stairs. You'll eat well tonight. The four look completely shocked at the sight of you. She doesn't look like she has the courage to speak. We've been lost for a few days. Your cabin is the only hut we've seen out here. Can we stay here for a few nights? You clear your throat and ask the questions you've asked 1,000 times. Did you come of your own free will, or were you sent? We were technically sent. Anatoly, we came on our own free will. The woman looks confident in her answer. They answered incorrectly. You clear your throat again, coughing profusely. You may stay in the cabin until you're ready to leave. The group looks terrified of you, as they should be. Wasn't that trail steep? Yeah. The group finally returns to normal. It's forced, but they attempt to save face. That walk was brutal, but this cabin is amazing. Full kitchen, running water, really has everything. Finally, a place I can read a good book in peace. Interesting. Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's different people. Ooh. Okay. Don't know what this is, but we definitely should save here and figure it out later. So we're going to end right now. And even if this is just a tiny thing, it definitely feels like it's leading up to playing some more. So I think I'm officially going to say now, we're going to go ahead and play more of this. I'm going to see if there's more to discover, but it looks like, oddly, the credits are rolling at like a halfway point. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. We'll have to see how this all plays out, but I'm excited to see. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you weren't too traumatized. I was traumatized. I definitely probably cut out the Karen fight. I probably only keep like the first failure and then the actual success, but there were like 3 other attempts in there. I'm not gonna I cut it out for brevity, not to make myself look good. That was a nightmare, but yeah, we'll have to see how this all plays out, and yeah, I'm excited to see what's gonna happen, but it's yeah. Fun. I don't. Ooh. Yeah, we'll have to just see what's going down next. But it sounds like we might have been at this a while. And what was that interesting thing? Like, did you come of your own free will, or were you sent? Why would someone get sent to the cabin? And why does that matter? It matters for some reason, so we'll have to just see what plays out. But, we'll get there when we get there. Thank you so much. Hope you guys are excited to explore whatever's happening here with me next week, and maybe see if we can get some more clues in the future. Regardless of all that, hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for sticking by, and until the next video watching me, if you see me in next, I'll see you there.